What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, we have another controversial one here for you today. I think what's not controversial here is the fact that the Indianapolis Colts offense has been terrible this year. And it has been terrible for a variety of different reasons. But the one thing that almost always comes back to fruition is the fact that the Indianapolis Colts players, many of them, have not done their jobs very well this year. And whether that be because of bad coaching, because of bad execution, bad game planning, all of these things. Either way, a bunch of guys have not performed to the standard at which they should be playing at. And it has gotten to a point where it makes you think that there are going to be a lot of guys this year that are going to maybe lose their jobs, whether that be in the receiving core, whether that be in the offensive line group, whether that be at the quarterback, whether that be at running back, whether that be at coaching specifically. It is going to be very interesting in the offseason to see who is still going to be on this team come next year and who's going to be getting replaced, who's going to be getting canned, all of this stuff. So we can just kind of talk about it here, guys. And when it comes to like each group, we'll kind of break this down here. I'll break it down. This is my opinion only. Cody can give an opinion on his at some point if he wants to, but this is just my opinion. When it comes to the offensive line group, there is only a handful of guys that I think are going to actually still be around. And who all is still going to be a starter, I'm not 100% sure. Quentin Nelson, I think the problem is you have to redo Quentin Nelson's extension. The only problem you have is that you just signed him to that. But the problem is he's not playing like a 20 million year kind of guy. He's not doing that right now. So until he does, that's when you need to pay him. But Ryan Kelly is a guy that we have been harping on all season, has not done his job very well. He's been hurt a bunch of times, hasn't been around a lot this year, and, has continued to upset us time and time again with allowing easy pass rushes. So that's something you could look into with switching someone up. The right guard position, you still need to fulfill that position perfectly because Will Fries is your only guy there right now, and Danny Pinter's a backup for both positions. Braden Smith, you need to restructure that deal because Braden Smith has not been good all year and has been a major letdown for somebody who's getting paid $18 million a year. Left tackle position, you still don't have anything with that, at least not at the moment. You hope that Bernard Ryman can be that guy at some point. I will say this, if the Colts aren't able to get the quarterback that they want in the draft this year, or if they go a different route and trade for somebody that's already in the league, then you could use that first round draft pick or maybe another pick to be able to, get a left tackle that you want. That is a huge one. So, this offensive line group, it needs major restructuring. When it comes to the wide receiver group, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. We all expect Michael Pittman to be still here and, chasing that decent contract that he's going to get. We think he has the potential to be the number one wide receiver. At this moment, he currently is. And of course, Alec Pierce's job is safe because Alec Pierce is just a rookie. He's had some excellent moments. You're still developing him. And for me, Paris Campbell is a definite must bring back because these last 6 games, what he has shown you is he can be very reliable when you actually use him the correct way. So, getting him involved in the offense, again, is a huge aspect. But it would not surprise me if the Colts threw one of these guys in to go and get a quarterback or to get more draft capital or to get another wide receiver of some kind. You need to buff it up a little bit, I think. You need somebody who can really change the game. Cody and I have already made our piece on the quarterback position. This Colts team needs a new quarterback, not somebody in Sam Ellinger or Matt Ryan. Somebody who needs to start next year needs to be a new quarterback. It needs to be somebody you trade for or somebody you are going to select in the draft this year. Those are all the options. That is a definite must. This team needs a new direction. It needs its future to have some meaning behind it. And guys are begging for a new quarterback to come in and offer this team structure and to provide a pathway into the future. And you're not going to be able to do that with this quarterback carousel that we are currently on. So this Colts team definitely needs to get a quarterback, whether it is trading for one in the league already or going and getting one in the draft. Now, as far as running back goes, listen, I've heard everyone say that you can't get rid of JT. Listen, at this point, I mean, the running game is just not where it was anymore. This team just can't run the football the same way it has been. The offensive line's been atrocious. Jonathan Taylor's had multiple injuries this year with that ankle. And, as dominant as Jonathan Taylor can be, there are potentially other bigger things at risk here. Like, this team needs something more than just a running back that is an elite player. You need a quarterback that can be an elite player. We see teams go into the NFL not with amazing running backs. Again, they're probably going to franchise him, which is perfectly fine with me. If you want to franchise tag Jonathan Taylor, then I'd be more than happy to do that. That's just going to be the ultimatum to giving him a full-time deal for several more years. Again, he's not going to get it this year. He's still got another year on his contract, so that's not something we need to worry about right now. But I'm saying that, going forward, that's a discussion you need to at least have. So as far as this goes, guys, I mean, there's really only a few guys on this offense that, remains to be seen on who can actually keep their jobs. Because there are a bunch of guys that are getting paid like they're great players, but they're not playing like great players. Their execution has been atrocious. So something needs to give there. Something needs to change. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these types of players and who is somebody that absolutely needs to keep their jobs, needs to stay, and who are some of the guys that you guys think needs to be out on the road with a new team and go and get a new job somewhere else while we continue to try to build something different here in Indianapolis from an offensive perspective. Let me know your guys' thoughts. And as always, guys, go Colts. What's going on, everybody? Today, I wanted to talk to you about our sponsor, BetStamp. Now, I know what you're thinking. Derek, another betting app? What is so different about this one now? Well, I got to tell you guys, I'm not into online gambling a whole lot and bets online and everything, but I got to tell you, BetStamp is one of the coolest things I have ever seen in regards to betting online. The great thing about BetStamp is it allows you to see all the different odds from all different sports books and see which one provides you the best odds possible for any game or scenario you want to bet on for your pick versus some of the worst. BetStamp allows you to also buy and sell picks that you have without worrying about losing your money or having any issues with it. Believe me, it's all free. I mean, look at this, guys. You have an option for every game across all different kinds of leagues in a ton of different ways. You have baseball, you have college football, UFC, NBA, and NFL. Great for the NFL season now being here. And if I wanted to bet on this Tennessee Titans versus Buffalo Bills game, it shows me in real time what are the best odds, which sports book I'm going to get the best offer from versus some of the worst ones. Because why would you want to earn less money from PointsBet when you could be winning more from ProLine Plus? Again, a great thing that BetStamp offers you, allowing you to make more money for the same pick just with a different sports book. How easy is that? And the great thing is there's not just games. There's player props. There's game props. There's lines. There's live tracking. There's a ton of great ways to make bets and picks on BetStamp, guys. totally a cool thing to use. I highly encourage you check it out if you're into any kind of online betting. Even if you're not, give it a check. See what you like about it, because I think I actually enjoy using it. But the best way to get an edge on online sports betting is having multiple accounts at different sports books. Be sure to hit the BetLink page, betstamp.app/onboarding. Be sure to check out the BetStamp app or online, and be sure to use the referral code JUICE, plug in your state, and you'll get access to all their affiliates and their prices once you open it up, seeing all states' lines. Be sure to check this out, guys. You won't want to miss it for the best odds on your next sports bet.